Davis Fitness. We're going to talk about chiropractic care. And Jean has taken me to a chiropractic office that I have no idea where it's at. So, Jean, hi. Tell me about this chiropractor that we're going to go see.
He cracks your back.
What's his name?
Dr. Ritter.
And where's Dr. Ritter located at?
Right by our house.
Cool. Well, we're here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. There's the Stratosphere. Anybody want to jump off or have dinner at the top of the world? Or spin on one of their amusement rides? It's really fun. But without further ado, we're going to go to Dr. Ritter's office and we're going to talk all about chiropractic care, why you need to go see a chiropractor, and spinal cord health. Gene here has a pretty messed up back, and be it that he is a retired speedway racer, actually a 3-time national world racer that is, and speedway, NASCAR and monster truck and all that good stuff, he has a pretty messed up back, pretty messed up shoulder, pretty messed up knee. So overall he has been to many
Messed up.
he's just messed up.
Enough of this foolishness.
So what do you like about this chiropractor,
He
Dr.
pops your
Ritter?
back.
No, I'm serious.
He fixes it.
Is he like, what's his
Come on,
specialty?
come on. Let's go in here. They're waiting for us.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, well, fine. All right, let's go.
I want you to have him send stuff down to the studio. Stop it.
Here we are.
But now, see, now it's like,
Well, hello, Gene.
Hello.
Another fine day, huh?
So we're here, Dr. Ritter's office, chiropractor, also entertainer, and he's also a clarinet player, which I happened to be in high school, which was such a coincidence. There's a clarinet right here in the corner. But without further ado, Dr. Ritter, thanks for coming on the show.
my pleasure. Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gina said so much about you. And by the way, you're right down the street from us,
Great.
which is, you know, happens to be very convenient. But why should someone go and see a chiropractor on a regular basis?
Chiropractic not only helps to heal injuries, but also it's maintenance. It's lube and oil, if you will, like a car.
Yep.
And we have 24 bones in the spine, and there are nerves that come out between each bone. Now, if those bones get out of place a wee bit, that creates inflammation. And
Absolutely.
inflammation can then irritate the nerve, which would then spasm a muscle, or maybe not allow an organ to work right, or maybe make a little numbness or a little muscle weakness, etc. And as we go through life, if there's constant inflammation, the body's response to inflammation over a long period of time, several decades, is to lay down calcium, whether it be in soft tissue or in bone.
Right.
Now, if it lays down in soft tissue, it just gets a little gnarly.
Okay.
But if it's in a joint, that's arthritis. So you have extra calcium in a joint where the joint should be going, now it's going
How often should someone see a chiropractor?
once a month.
Okay.
Would be a really good idea.
Routine
And
and once a
peop-
month?
Most people that come to it,
He's so busy, he has to answer his phone.
it's my birthday.
Well, by golly gee, are you going to have someone come in and sing you happy birthday, or do I need to?
Well, she's
I'm
going
really
to do
bad
it.
at
She's
singing.
going to actually do it, but I don't want. It's my daughter from Augusta.
Okay, well, we're going to take a small break. Let's get right back after that.
Happy birthday, George. Happy birthday to you.
I bet you sing that to all the chiropractors, don't you? There's more light to it if you want one.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody does. Oh, that's a whole other story. This is, you've heard of telomeres?
So what is your phone number, Mr. Burton?
I got one.
What would you like me to say, Jean? Hi, welcome to Santa Paula Chiropractic. You here to see Dr. Ritter?
So that was fun. Boy, did that guy crack my back. He's pretty good. You were not kidding. He's no joke. Jeez. So anywho, I thought you guys would enjoy that. And other than that, go see a chiropractor. And now we're gonna go to our favorite place in the whole wide world and have something to eat. And that is at Vicky's Diner. For any of you guys that don't know, Vicky is a Greek lady who works with her husband, John. And they've been there for over 40 years. And it used to be called Tiffany's Diner. And they bought it from the owner, and they have the best coffee ever. And it's right down the street from the chiropractor, which is even better. Other than that, I'm probably gonna have some egg whites and chicken and tomato slices, because I still like to eat, pretty much on prep, even though I'm not. Jean will probably have like a burger or something. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this episode of Michelle Davis Fitness. I'm obviously not doing product reviews, I'm doing something different. So just changing it up. And other than that, let's get back to the show. Hey everyone, welcome back to Michelle Davis Fitness. I have here Dr. George Ritter, and he is a chiropractic, and we're going to talk all about chiropractic health. Hey Dr. Ritter.
Nice to be here.
Thank you so much for being here and being on the show. And I know that you've worked on my husband quite a few times. He was mentioning about your office for a while now, and he was telling me all about you and how you need to come on the show, so welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored.
Absolutely. So you've been at the same office for 40 years.
40 years, yes.
Wow. So can you give that location where you're...
Yeah, we're at 1812 Santa Paula Drive. That's right in the shadow of the Stratosphere. And in fact, we were there way before the Stratosphere was there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. What made you want to become a chiropractor?
I was a professional musician, and I had severe anemia of the wallet. And no, seriously, my wife, we had been married 4 years when we found out what chiropractic did and was. Or is, and she had been having terrible headaches, and I felt so badly because there's nothing I could do about it but give her a pill. And I was talking to the bass player in the band that I was in back in '73.
Okay.
And he said, well, that's just a chiropractic problem. He was going to chiropractic college. And so, okay. So I figured, well, I could do that. We took her to a chiropractor. She got better. And I figured, well, I could do that. So I went back to school right in the middle of everything.
Interesting. Completely changed your major and everything.
It sure did.
Wow, and changed your life and your wives, I'm sure.
Yes, and we've survived all this time with that.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
that works, right? And so, even better, you found an office, you've been there for 40 years, and you never looked back.
It's true, and I'd like to say how very important chiropractic is. Unfortunately, only about 20% of the population has even been in a chiropractor's office.
Why do you think that is?
Probably lack of publicity, negative feedback from the medical profession. It's been a long, hard road because, see, there's no money in curing anything. And chiropractors, that's what we do. We try to fix things, to cure things. If the spine is out of line, causing disease, causing pain, causing stiffness, numbness, all of this, we try to fix that, and we adjust the spine so that happens. There are other professions that don't subscribe to that, and let's face it, if you're in my office, you're not in their office, and that can be quite a problem. It comes down to money, but
Pricey, yeah. Well, insurance-wise, a lot of things can go wrong in the body, and before you know it, aches and pains, and you're trying to rehabilitate and go to this doctor and go to that doctor, get an MRI, get an X-ray. That all costs a lot of money. But I do find that if you just go with going to a chiropractor and starting from there, there's a lot of things that you probably could avoid. Be it depleting in your wallet as one.
well, that's true. And see, chiropractors are trained in our 4 years of chiropractic, 4.5 years of chiropractic college, the same way medical doctors are trained. We get all the same courses, all the same books, anatomy, physiology, pathology, histology, all these things. So we know diagnosis. We can diagnose it. And what we diagnose may or may not be treatable by chiropractic, but the point is that you want to know whether it's treated by chiropractic. If you have something that's life-threatening and we know it's beyond a chiropractor's reach, then we send you to the places that can treat that. So the chiropractors are responsible in that sense, in that we have a good sense of what we can take care of and what we can't take care of. But here's the thing: if it isn't a chiropractic problem, chiropractor can't help you. But if it is a chiropractic problem, then that's the only person that can help you.
True.
And it's a lot of times people going to a different practitioner is like putting a coat of paint on after you dented the car or after you hit a pothole and bent the A-frame.
You just cover it up a little bit.
You want to get to the root of the problem. And many times the root of the problem is a spinal misalignment. And that is so common. And for that reason, everyone should be adjusted once a month, 3 or 4 times a year, something, because you have 24 vertebrae in the spine. And when those vertebrae are not aligned, inflammation occurs.
Well, I think to myself, how much do I sit up that I constantly have to kind of realign my posture? And after years and years of trying to readjust my posture, are my vertebrae, are they, in between the little joints? Are they losing their stability? Are they, I guess with age, I'm always wondering what I can do to prevent things. And I think chiropractic care for me as an athlete is a definite must, only because I'm always putting strain on my back. I'm constantly moving. It's hard for me to even sit still. And so when it comes to my posture, I feel like just putting myself in realignment with this guy over here and having him adjust me once in a while, that's going to put me to making sure that I'm preventing things the best way I can.
It's true. Chiropractic is preventative as well as curative. For instance, if the nerve that goes to the liver is impeded by a misalignment of the spine and inflammation, then the liver isn't working 100% to detoxify your body. It might only be 80%. So now you're going around through life detoxing only 80% of the poisons in your body and leaving 20% to create other problems later. That's just one case. But chiropractic fixes many, many things by adjusting the spine. Adjusting the spine is the whole thing. Now, we go a little bit beyond that in our office. We have, there are certain problems like tendonitis and different cases like that where chiropractic just doesn't tend to be the whole answer.
Okay.
So we use an electronic instrument called a biomodulator.
And he brought one here today.
And this is it's a tiny little instrument, but it's a giant when it comes to fixing things. I mean, by running this probe along the body, along the flesh,
Which is mere nothing but 2 stainless steel balls at the end of a...
two poles, positive and negative pole, running along. And this is only one of the modalities.
Okay.
It has a biotransducer, which is
So he's got a lot of fun toys.
it's a light, and which sends magnetic force into the body. But what this machine does, it feeds it donates electrons. Now, when you have you all heard of free radicals.
Of course.
Free radicals steal electrons from the molecules in your body, thus making the molecule less effective in making energy and repairing your body.
Now, free radicals can be like from working out, stress,
Pollution,
not getting enough sleep,
Surely.
environment.
diet, etc.
Okay.
And they're in with us all the time. Well, antioxidants are the other way around. They donate electrons, and this machine donates electrons as well.
Really?
And it actually brings electrons into the molecules in the body and allows the molecules to then create more energy and more repair.
Interesting.
And I've used this already on people with the shoulders sore, and you can't get into the sweater and then into the sleeve. 5 treatments, and that was 4 months ago, and we have full range of motion and no pain.
Wow.
This is super for that.
And I went to his office. I played you guys those videos because he had me on 3 or 4 different beds with different adjustments that I had never seen before, and I completely left a changed woman. I mean, I thought I had been realigned and readjusted, but he definitely made me crack in ways that I've never heard before. And I'm telling you what, I woke up just feeling refreshed. There's so many things about being realigned for me, a lot of TMI that I won't go into, but I just love being adjusted. And not only that, but routinely going to a chiropractor, getting a massage, maybe doing some hot yoga. These are all things that as an athlete you have to take seriously. It's all about repair, and I think as much as you're damaging or you're tearing the muscle tissue as you're working out, you need to take the time to rehabilitate, rest, and repair just as much, if not more, in my opinion.
Right, and all the major sports teams have chiropractors. The Olympic team has a chiropractor, has many chiropractors.
Have you worked with any Vegas celebrities or
Yeah,
showbiz people?
I have, yes, over the years.
Yeah?
As a matter of fact, the band,
You're actually still a little bit of a celebrity in your own,
well,
you're in a band.
Yeah, I do. I play saxophone. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. What was this band? When the Lights Go Down in the City. That one.
Yeah.
From 40 years ago.
Okay.
They came to town, and the guitarist Sean, whatever his name was, had a bad neck, and they were going to cancel the concert. I mean, the whole thing over.
Yeah.
And I knew somebody on the floor in the casino there who he went over and got us connected, and I took my portable table and ultrasound down to the concert hall,
Really?
and I worked on him,
Huh.
and the show went on.
That's great. I love that.
So
I mean,
that-
even better. There you go. And a coincidence, believe it or not, I played clarinet and saxophone, and Dr. Ritter actually plays clarinet and saxophone, which I thought was so coincidental to come into his office and see a clarinet laying in his office. And I was like, do you play? I mean, it wouldn't just be laying there just for looks, but so tell us about the band you're in and everything you do besides being a chiropractor.
Well, I'm not so much in a band. I'm in a club.
Well, I like
And-
clubs.
And the club meets once a month,
Okay.
and we have a buffet. It's at the Italian American Club. And
I love that place. I actually, believe it or not, we were going to go to that place, and this one decided to break her leg, so we weren't able to go. The American Italian Club?
the Italian American
The
Club.
Italian American Club, excuse
And
me. Is
our
I
club.
love that place.
Our club meets once a month.
What's the name of your club?
It's called Fiore, and Fiore is
Fiore.
it's an acronym.
Okay.
It stands for Fun Italians Organizing Ridiculous Events. And in order to get
Who
in,
made that name?
in order to get in, you have to be Italian or non-Italian. We're
Okay.
very adamant about that. And to get in, it costs you $1, and then they make you president of the club when you get in.
Okay.
So we have many presidents. Anyway, it's a goofy club, but the only good thing, the only useful thing that the club does all year long is on Father's Day, which was just a couple Sundays ago. We play a 4-hour concert at the Veterans Memorial Home in Boulder City.
Wow.
And
That's a show.
Our organizer Nelson Sardelli knows a lot of showbiz people. Lance Burton was over this year. In the past, of course, Marty Allen and Steve Rossi and Gordie Brown and different
Very
stars
cool,
and,
yeah.
and lesser known people, etc. And so we have a band, and of course I play the sax. My contribution is to play saxophone in the band
Very cool.
to back up the singers and,
Okay.
and etc. So we play from 10 till 2, and it's
Wow.
a wonderfully rewarding experience.
10 till 2.
Yeah.
That's, man, you must be tired after that. Woo.
Well, it's just a lot of fun, and
It does sound like fun.
We have maybe 100 veterans out there, mostly in wheelchairs. They're mostly from Korea and Vietnam now. The World War II people about gone, but
That's very cool, though, that you have a club and you honor all the veterans and stuff like that. And yeah, and tell me a little bit about Vegas, be it that you've been here quite a while, through all the changes,
Well,
all the things that you've
When
seen.
we opened our practice in '78, there
Okay.
were 250,000 people in town.
Wow, think about that, people. 250,000 people, Now there's 3 million people or more.
Well, is it 3 now?
Yeah.
Wow. And
Yeah.
I know that when they talk about on a holiday weekend, they talk about 350,000 people coming to town.
I know.
Back then, there weren't 350,000 people in town.
It was amazing.
And they had 7 major hotels at that point. And that was it.
7 major, and that's it. That's amazing. Just the strip, what it looked like back then.
Yeah, it was a lot of holes. There was
A lot of chunks missing.
a lot of desert. Yeah, and now it's quite different, quite changed.
Yeah, especially since you saw it in back when it was a small town.
Yes.
Back when it
and,
really was like a community. And I almost like to pretend when I go downtown to Fremont Street, I almost like to pretend like it's back in the good old days. Even though I was born in '83, I do like to pretend that I'm in this historic, time era where it's just glam and glitz, and you were in that era where you got to see the full 9 yards of the Vegas headliners to. Did you see Elvis? Did you see Elvis?
We didn't go.
No.
But
What? You didn't see Elvis?
I did interact with Liberace.
Now that's cool, because I live right next door to his house.
Oh,
Yeah, just in the shade. Well, I shouldn't say that on TV, but
the
Yeah.
the one they're restoring?
well, it's the Liberace old house that's shaped like a piano.
Oh no, that's
No, I
different.
don't think they're-
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe he had several of them. I don't know. Somebody just bought his house.
Oh, okay, okay.
Down by the university.
That's so amazing, the relationships I'm sure that you created
uh,
down the road of.
I played piano for Liberace. I can't,
Did you?
I just can't believe it.
You're like,
yeah.
I won't look in his eyes though. Don't look in his eyes.
That was back in '72.
That's so funny. And so now, through all the changes of Vegas and history and everything, I mean, and especially like the casinos,
Oh,
when you'd have all the legendary nickel slots when they'd hit, and and now it's like, oh, here's your ticket.
yeah, it it certainly has changed. And
Yeah.
I'm not one to go. My wife likes to gamble, and she does well. But
Uh-huh.
I has in the past anyway. When you can actually win in the casino,
Right.
I'm not one for there. I don't,
Give
I
a
don't
thumbs
follow
up and a likes if you like the story that we're talking about, because Dr. George Ritter is a chiropractor. He's been here in Vegas. Well, he's had his office for over 40 years, and it's something that we're talking about is all the changes that he has seen in Vegas. And I just love this kind of stuff. I mean, this to me is what I live for, because I love going down Main Street. I love looking at all the antique stores and kind of picturing what it would be like to live back in the 70s and to have all the big Cadillacs, the big sunglasses, the fur jackets, and everyone went to the 9 when you came to Vegas. I mean, my favorite movie is Casino. Just
Yeah,
because I love to just pretend some days. I'll put a mole on my face and be like, darling. Yeah, anyways, that's me going on tangent.
I was I visited Las Vegas the first time in 1963.
Yeah. You fell in love with it.
I was with a band, and
Okay.
we came into town. We only stayed one night. It was a concert band, actually, a large
Okay.
band. And I remember the first place we stopped was the Silver Slipper.
Do they still? They don't have that.
Oh, that's gone.
That's the is
20
that
years,
the
yeah.
high heel that's
well, they
on
have the high
Fremont?
heel in their museum,
Okay.
but the Silver Slipper's long gone. But we stopped there for their buffet. We needed to eat.
Okay.
And this was the 4th of July in 1963.
Do you
and-
remember how much the buffet cost back then?
No, we didn't pay for it.
Oh,
You know,
okay. It was all free. They didn't
But
pay
we
for it.
played I remember we played at a football field
Okay.
for the fireworks for Las Vegas for that year.
Right.
We were in the stands, and we made the concert for the fireworks.
Okay.
And that was the first time I was here, and that was quite a while back.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed it enough that you thought, oh, I might give Vegas a try. That
Oh,
place over there.
I wanted to be here so badly back in the 60s, you know.
And you never had a feeling like I want to go move or leave.
Well,
or-
I was in college back east, you
Right.
know, studying
Oh, I
music,
know, back east
studying music and such. But I finally got here, but it was, I became.
That's cool.
I guess we were here the first time in '71.
What a story.
That's when
What's your .com so people can go and make an appointment to your office?
pardon me?
What's your .com? Do you have a website?
Well, yeah, it's chiropractor.
He gave me those eyes like, what? Did you ask me?
Yeah.
Hi, Jean. How you doing, babe?
I'm a
It's
little
Dr.
old.
Ritter.
Anyway, it's chiropractorinlasvegas.com.
That's easy. Chiropractorinlasvegas.com. So let's talk about Gene and how messed up his spine is. Just because he's watching right now. What did you think about Gene first off when he came in? He's like, I'm messed up. Can you fix me?
Well, yeah, and he was quite tight. You know, it was his spine was
Needs
tight.
to loosen up.
And he did. And the first time in, I did a deep massage with him with the elbows and the ultrasound and all this, and got him loosened up. And
Wow.
since then we've been able to just do the adjustment and get him aligned. And apparently it's working, because I see him once a month or so,
Yeah.
and he leaves with a smile on his face. So
That's great.
I guess
And
we're
that's
good.
kind of like the topic of discussion that we always do is like, how's your back? How's your knee? How's the chiropractic office? You know, I always kind of know what mood he's in by the pain tolerance he's in. And if he's
Oh,
in a
dear.
lot of pain, well, I mean, can you blame him? And if he's in a lot of pain, I go, do we need to see Dr. Ritter? You go to the chiropractor. Yeah.
That's nice. I'm happy he found me. I don't think so.
Yeah, right down the street, convenient.
Yeah,
And
that's right. We are down the
and
street,
you're kind of, he's not anti, but he doesn't do any social media. He's one of, I mean, you rarely find those people that never go on social media, and I found one.
yeah.
And he's on my social media right now. Isn't that great?
And you know, I have a lot of people these days that find me through social media.
Isn't
They
that
go
funny?
to Google, and it's mostly geographical. You know,
Yeah.
it's in the
Well, word
area,
of mouth,
and
I
I
think.
show up.
So
And,
most
and
important.
then my reviews are all really good, so
Well, of
that
course.
works out really well.
Now let's
so.
talk about your receptionist. Got to give a big shout out to
All
her.
right, Sharon. Yeah, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. I hope you're watching.
Well-
Sharon's been with you quite a while.
Yes, 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she's been with me actually 49 years,
Mm-hmm.
because she's my eldest stepdaughter.
Yep.
And she became my secretary about 11 years ago. Came out from Chicago, and she's been with me all that time. And,
Love
and
it.
it's great. I mean, it's great having family in the office. We have a wonderful. It's warm. It's wonderful. She's really good with the patients. Very warm, very caring. So we have a. And I have some patients who have been with me close to 40 years. And,
Really?
And they say coming into your office is like coming back to Mayberry.
Oh.
You know,
I
because
love that.
it's kind not old-fashioned, but it's
Well,
traditional.
the
and
office
it's-
looks like a house. It's a house. It's a renovated house that's turned into a chiropractic
Yeah,
office.
yeah, and
Which I think is just darling.
we all prefer that. That's it's.
Now, what's a consultation like? If someone was to come in brand new, never seen you before, what's the typical things that you ask them or the routines you go through?
Well, first of all, of course, there's intake for their records and,
Okay.
and get their information in with Sharon, the secretary,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will do a history. History is really important
Yeah.
in any medical field. I mean, what
Injury,
Yeah,
surgery.
right? And where's this
medications.
coming from? You know, because
Right.
we want to know that, because if we don't know where it's coming from, then we don't really know how to keep it from coming back.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's coming from something that can't be fixed, or that needs to be fixed surgically. But a lot of times it just might be something a little milder than that. So we
That's
can work,
good.
we can work with that. And
That's
of course we do it. Then we do an examination. We examine the spine and find sore spots and tight areas and muscle spasm and such like this.
You were talking about Aroma Touch. It was like a deep tissue. Before you cracked my back.
Yeah.
You got me warmed up, like
Yeah.
rubbing my back a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and you were talking about the deep tissue and
Yes.
how warming up is important.
Well, I believe so, and especially with someone who it has like yourself, that work out a lot and you get tight and you get sore, or someone who hasn't had a chiropractor ever, or in 10 years, or even a year. The muscles are so tight.
Which I was.
That what we want to do, we want to get the bones moved. And if the muscles are so tight that you can't do that, nothing much happens. So when I get to do my deep massage work and my ultrasound, see, ultrasound throws sound waves into the body 2 inches deep, and that's where all the nastiness is, way deep in there. And heating pads don't get there, and other things don't, but ultrasound does. So we get, on a micro level, we get all that worked out, and then on a macro level, we get in there and actually work the muscles loose, to the tolerance of the patient, of course.
So at a chiropractic office, I've never had that before. Where getting, you stretched me out a little bit and then you adjusted me.
We're fairly unique in
I
that.
like that.
Some offices have actually masseuses or masseurs,
Mhm.
but I do all the work myself.
Awesome.
This is all myself, and I like that because then I get to visit with the patient as well,
Right.
and then we get to talk about health matters and other things we can do to stay healthy and get healthy so.
Now, speaking of, I know that you were telling me about a product that helps your telomeres.
Ah.
And I know we'll kind of go in a little bit into that, but it helped Sharon is it Sharon?
Yeah, our secretary. Yes.
Quite a bit. That she was telling me that it changed her life even.
Well, it did, and now this, of course, everybody's different, and a supplement like this will affect everybody differently.
Mhm.
But 7 years ago, when we started taking this, she had glaucoma,
Okay.
and that resulted in halos around the headlights at night. Couldn't see the signs. Pretty poor vision. And 6 months after we started taking the supplement,
Which is called?
Product B was the original name, and now it's called Isogenesis.
BAM! If you guys can see that.
All right. 6 months after we started taking it, we were going home. It was dark, and she says, "Oh my God, Doc, I can see the circus sign." and then she said, "And I can see the street sign, and I can see the
Just
license
6
plate."
months taking this.
6 months for her. This was
Okay.
and so the glaucoma left permanently. That was 7 years ago. It never came back, and she sees like a hawk to this day.
Really?
Sees really well, and she had an eye exam last year for the first time in 10 years, and her eyes are better this year than they were 10 years ago.
So telomere support and antioxidants. It's basically the little ends of your DNA.
Of your chromosome.
Chromosomes.
Yeah, DNA, yes, chromosome.
And as you age, they get shorter and shorter and
They
shorter.
do get shorter through mitosis, through cell reproduction. They don't separate evenly. They go a little short every time, and when the telomere gets shorter, bad things happen. So there are products on the market to do this. This is the best one I've found, especially for the money. And I've been taking this for 7 years now. I've had my 73rd birthday this last week, and
Happy belated birthday.
and
That was great to have your daughter call right when we were filming
yeah,
and sing happy birthday to you. I thought that would be great to have that on the video.
Yeah. She does that. Everybody in the family, when they have a birthday, she calls and sings it like Marilyn Monroe sang it to President. Yeah, sang it to President Kennedy.
Isogenics. So this is the 4th generation. It's called Product B. And I'd love to try this. So that's something that maybe possibly I can do a testimonial for them. But again, you take this.
I do.
Shannon takes this.
Sure.
Sharon. And so Genesis. If you guys want to get more information.
Yeah, just call and 702-731-5028 is our number for the last 40 years.
What's your hours?
Oh, we're basically 9 to 5:30 with a lunch break.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so I am so glad that Dr. George Ritter can come on down. I know that my better half wanted me to have him on the show, and by having an adjustment from him, you guys, I'm giving you a A+ testimonial. Dr. Ritter is a chiropractor that if you're in Las Vegas, you need to go see. Thank you, Dr. Ritter, for coming on
Thank
the
you.
show.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this long, fun-filled show. And don't forget, it's live every Thursday at 1 p.m. right here in Las Vegas on WCOBM.tv. If you want more information, go to Michelle Davis Fitness on IG and Facebook. And thanks so much again for joining us, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day and a great weekend coming up. See you next time. Bye.